we're looking for Mr. Hui and a Ms. Huang.
On a sweltering October Sunday in Austin, Texas, nonprofit Asian Texans for Justice goes door to door reminding people to vote in a part of the city heavily populated by Asian Americans. The group's canvas field manager, Hugh Lee, a naturalized American from China, and his canvassing partner, Taiwanese American Sabrina Shaw, are spreading a message in this upscale neighborhood. Vote. It doesn't matter for whom, just make your voice heard and participate in the democratic process.
The goal of the canvassing operation, number one, is to get as many AAPI voters to participate in the election process as possible. AAPI stands for Asian American Pacific Islanders.
For ATJ, that means educating potential voters on electoral procedures, how to get registered, and what's at stake during the upcoming elections, including down-ballot candidates and issues.
So they don't know too much about your local school board candidates. They don't know too much about your judges, your county commissioners, right? Because these are all unfamiliar names to a lot of AAPI members. So when we turn them out, we need to give them resources so that they can understand these candidates and how to vote these candidates.
The morning starts off with a quick training session with other canvassers. ATJ identifies potential AAPI voters through public records, and then they set out on their campaign. The operation isn't limited to Austin. ATJ's canvassing efforts are taking place in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, covering around 8,000 households. Mobilizing the AAPI community to vote isn't just about representation. It's also about leveraging the Asian American vote as a decisive factor in these elections.
The population of Asian Americans is only like maybe 5%, 4%, right? But in a lot of elections, which was determined by maybe 1% or 0.5%, right? 5% means a lot to a lot of candidates.
But inspiring that 5% to vote can be tough. Canvassers are often rejected, have doors closed on them, and even face hostility. But once in a while, they get someone who is receptive to their message, something both Lee and Shaw say is worth the effort. The nonprofit's work also extends beyond the field, to the halls of the Texas state capitol. Shaw, ATJ's development and operations manager, often works with state representatives to make sure Asian American interests are heard and represented in the legislature.
To play a little bit of defense too. So sometimes we would go to offices to meet about bills that are being proposed that wouldn't be great for our community.
Their advocacy work has won the attention and support of multiple representatives.
There's a growing AAPI community in Central Texas. And ATJ has been and continues to be a force that brings that community straight to the Texas legislature, to City Hall, to where it needs to be heard.
ATJ was established in 2021 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, a time that saw increased hostility and violence against Asian people in the U.S. The trend was a shocking wake-up call for Shaw and fellow Asian Americans.
It was like every day we were all waking up to a new headline of, an Asian elder being attacked on the street or lots of local Asian-owned businesses being vandalized.
She and her friends planned a rally to show solidarity with the AAPI community, and the event proved a catalyst for ATJ's formation.
And that rally was attended by over 1,000 people, and from that rally we were able to raise a little over $25,000, and a lot of that money went towards starting what we call ATJ today.
In a tight election defined by fierce competition and growing polarization, ATJ doesn't concern itself too much with who wins. Rather, it's more invested in getting as many AAPI people to participate as possible so that the community can be recognized as an important electoral force.